and welcome to our Q2 FY25 earnings call. On this call, I am joined with Mr. Amaya Agnihotri, Full-Time Director and CTO, and Mr. Mehul Jain, our Product Head. Quarter 2 FY25 has been an excellent quarter for the investors as well as for the broking industry. During this quarter, both indices, Nifty and Sensex, touched all-time high and had given the opportunity for good profit booking to the investors. Also, the overall industry saw a significant addition of more than 13 million Demat accounts. The total Demat accounts of this country stood at 17.54 crore as on 30th September. In Q2 FY25, we have acquired 1.62 lakh customers, reflecting 20% growth Y-on-Y, and our total customer base has reached to 46.28 lakh. This drop in acquisition is a result of our conscious goal that we took from last quarter to improve the quality of customers which we are acquiring, and ultimately improvement in first year revenue, payback period, and LTV, which is called lifetime value of customers. During the quarter, our ADTO, which stands to average daily turnover, grew to 3.78 trillion, a growth of 4% Y-on-Y. Our client funding book stood at rupees 245 crore, down by 9% Y-on-Y, and our mutual fund AUM reaches to 1,333 crore, almost 100% growth Y-on-Y. Coming to financial performance, in Q2 FY25, our broking revenue has gone to 41 crore, a growth of 3% Y-on-Y. Allied income is 27 crore, a bit down by 2%, but majorly because of minor drop in client funding book. And our total revenue stood at 100.1 crore, a growth of 4% Y-on-Y. In this quarter, as you can see, our employee benefit expense are showing increase by 49%. This is because in last quarter, this includes a one-time positive impact of rupees 8.6 crore with respect to unvested ESOPs and RSU as per Ind AS 102. And now it is showing our normal cost, which includes increment of employees, RSU cost, as well as annual variable performance incentives. With a focused approach on quality customer acquisition, product improvement, and cost optimization, we are happy to report that we have achieved lifetime highest ever PAT of 21.9 crore, which is a growth of 15% Y-on-Y, along with achieving highest PAT margins of 22%. Regarding some regulatory updates, SEBI continues to work towards strengthening the corporate governance practice of stockbrokers and exchanges and protecting the interest of retail investors. Towards the same step, two major changes have been announced. First is, with effect from 1st October, brokers can't charge transaction charges from customers more than exchange-defined charges, which are single rate now and not on slab basis system. Second, some changes have been announced related to index derivatives effective from 20th November 2024, like increase in contract size, limiting weekly expiry contracts, and collecting additional margins on expiry day. We believe that both these changes will give more transparency and safety to investors and further increase the confidence in market. At last, I want to ensure investors that we will continue to work towards product development, better technology infrastructure, customer experience, compliance-first approach, and cost optimization, and confident that these all efforts will accelerate our revenue and profitability in coming quarters. Now, Mr. Amaya Agnihotri, our CTO, will take you through our technology and product key initiatives, and after that, we will be happy to answer your all queries and questions. Amaya, over to you.
Hi everyone, I am Amaya Agnihotri, CTO and Full-Time Director of Paisa Capital Limited. Digital innovation and technology-first approach has always been our focus area. In our pursuit to provide best-in-class product experience to our users, we have made significant progress. We have launched new web trading platform with user-friendly, intuitive, and rich user UI UX. The revamp focuses on reducing latencies in ensuring smooth performance and unifying Paisa experience all across. We migrated our OpenAPI gateway to Kong, reducing our latency by over 50 milliseconds. Flutter app with new user experience is fully rolled out for all our iOS users. Additionally, FNO 360 is now available on iOS for all our users. FNO 360 dashboard offers real-time market insights, advanced trading tools, and easy access to derivative data via streamlined interface in the dashboard or in market section. Advanced order forms on iOS consolidates order tools on a single screen, displays charts, orders, positions, and market depth. Supports SL, CO, BO search, and VTT order types as well. We have added VTT OCO support. This allows placing stop loss and target orders simultaneously, valid for up to a year. When once triggered, the other automatically gets cancelled out for seamless trade management. The Trade on Charts platform now includes an option chain, offering real-time options data, Greeks, OI, and volume, allowing traders to analyze and trade options seamlessly within the same interface. Additionally, the platform provides corporate action information, detailing events like dividend, stock price, and bonuses, helping traders assess their impact on the stock prices. Flutter on Android platform, including FNO 360 on Android, will be rolled out to all our users this month. In Q3, we intend to enhance user experience for key workflows, add exciting new features in FNO 360 and mutual fund sections, and optimize latencies on our backend APIs. With summary of our performance as explained by Gaurav and me, I open the floor for further discussion. Please feel free to ask questions if you have any. Operator, you may proceed.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. If you have a question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad and wait for your turn to ask the question. If you would like to withdraw your request, you may do so by pressing star and 1 again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. First question comes from Dhaval Gada from DSP. Please go ahead.
Hello?
I repeat, question comes from Dhaval Gada from DSP. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Just a few questions. First is on the product upgrade. So last quarter you mentioned that there will be a big upgrade that will happen at the end of the second quarter. So just wanted to get an update. So are the changes that you mentioned in the initial remarks, are these all been done and the new product is out, or is some major part still pending? So that's the first question.
Yeah. So Flutter app with revamped user experience has been completely rolled out to all our iOS users. So that is one big upgrade. Apart from that, FNO 360 was initially available on web. It is now available on iOS completely for all our users. In terms of Android rollout of revamped app on Flutter platform, as well as FNO 360 on Android, it will be rolled out by end of this month. Over and above that, obviously we have launched a revamped new web trading platform which focuses on the rich user UI and UX. So even that has been rolled out to all our users. So overall, we believe that major changes and user experience and usability improvements as well as performance improvements have been rolled out in last quarter as committed.
And you said that the FNO 360 for for Android will happen by end of this month, and so yes, that should complete all the migration or upgrades that you've committed. Post this, if you could just talk a little bit around the product upgrade pipeline, anything major, or these are going to be incremental changes from here on? Just if you could give some thoughts on the pipeline for the next 6-8 months.
So with respect to our product or user experience updates, I think the key work that we are going to do is to enhance our user experience workflows. So these are going to be incremental changes in order to make sure that whenever user interacts with our application, it has least cognitive load and the quickest way to achieve certain tasks and abilities. So lot of incremental changes will be obviously done on our web as well as on our mobile interfaces. Over and above that, in terms of our backend, we are planning, we have an extensive plan to ensure that our latencies, performance and availability is significantly improved, and the overall objective in next few months is to make sure that these optimizations in our backend API contribute towards improvement of performance and overall experience on our app as well as web platform.
Understood. Just the second part on the acquisitions, customer acquisitions. So, if I just take a sort of commentary journey of how we thought about at the start of this calendar year, we were trying to use the resources wisely to improve the incremental customer acquisition, and some kitty was or the aggression was supposed to come after these product launches are through, so that the load is taken well care of, etc. Given that now last 2 quarters sequentially we are seeing the run rate decline, and from here on, how do you see the overall customer acquisition growth to be for, let's say, the next 3 to 6 quarters? If you could give some perspective, that would be useful.
Actually, this step is towards, in respect of to acquire quality customers. Although there is a 17 crore Demat account in the country, but most of the customers having a balance of less than 10,000 rupees only. In this kind of a market, you should play very cautiously that whatever the expenditure which you are doing in terms of advertisement and branding should attract more traders and investors who are relevant to our industry, and not just for the sake of numbers. This number is reduced only in respect of that category, but I can assure you that overall FIR, which is called first year revenue, has been improved. So with this reduction, there will be no impact on revenue. Going forward, yes, definitely, we will, from now onwards, we will accelerate our, growth in terms of customer acquisition, and we are hopeful, and we will try our best to increase our customer acquisition quarter on quarter for the next 3 or 4 quarters.
And would it be fair to assume that with these upgrades, the investment that you've made, the run rate right now, we are doing roughly about 1.6 lakh per quarter, and at the peak in the fourth quarter, we did about 2.7 lakh in the fourth quarter of 24. We should exceed that in the next 2, 3, 4 quarters, or the run rate is going to be somewhere between these two numbers. I mean, how should one think about your acquisition run rate for the next, let's say, 4 quarters?
To be honest, I can't give exact numbers to you as you mentioned, but I can give the direction to the company that yes, we wanted to acquire more customers, and these all changes is we are expecting that our organic growth will also increase due to all these changes, and we will continue to spend on our marketing and advertising also, so that we can acquire more and more customers. But numbers wise, I can't give exact numbers to you.
Okay, got it. And just final 2 things. In terms of the regulatory changes that are out there, what's the sort of financial impact, if you could quantify whatever is, in your view, a basic assessment at this point of time, and specifically on the weekly options expiry related impact, how are you sort of looking at navigating that? If you could just talk a little bit around regulatory impact and how the company is looking to navigate.
So the first change is related to broker can't charge more transaction charges income from customers. So this will impact on the industry level 10%. For 5 Paisa, it was 8% of income, of total income. But we internally do have a lot of levers, and we already took action towards the same. In the industry, we were charging 12.5 rupees DP charges. Now we have increased to 20 rupees. In industry, we had the product of subscription on which we charge rupees 10 per order instead of 20. We have abolished that product because 10 rupees somehow it's not feasible for us. So that will compensate our TOT income. Second change is coming from 20th November, which is that weekly expiry and increase in contract size. Actually, we have seen in past that when exchange started to collect 100% margin 2-3 years back, there were many expectations at that time that volumes may drop, but actually that didn't happen. Volume has gone up to 3x in last 2 years. We need to wait and watch after 20th November and see investor behavior, whether it is shifting to Nifty and Sensex, or whether it will discontinue. We need to review the situation after 20th November, although the industry perception is that there can be a slightly drop in revenue in this regard.
So we'll look at pricing post the initial assessment of the impact to offset whatever loss in volumes, if any. How are we thinking about it?
We will review the situation after 20th November. Also, we need to check industry participant actions, competitor actions, what they are doing, and after that we can strategize. If everyone is increasing the price and there is a major drop in volume, then we can also go for the increase in price or take any other action also.
Got it. Just last question in terms of the OPEX. So could you just give a direction around, so this is more like a normalized quarter in some sense. From here on, how should the OPEX sort of move, both in terms of your acquisition thought process as well as other investments that you intend to make in people, etc., back-end, middle and back-end infrastructure. So just how should one think about OPEX growth?
So our total cost is 71 crore. I must say that most of the cost has been optimized and normalized. I don't see any increment increase in the same, but yes, I see increase if we are acquiring more customers. So if we see the opportunity and got the 1 lakh customer per month and achieved 3 lakhs, then definitely there will be a increase in advertisement expenditure. But apart from that, I don't see any material increase in coming quarters.
So this 71 crore should grow at what, 15-20%, and then the rest is dependent on acquisition run rate. Is that the way we should model, or?
Yes, absolutely right.
Okay, got it. Thanks. I'll come back. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Next question comes from Shreyans Jain from Electrum Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. Most of my questions have been answered already. I just want to know what is your strategy regarding your MTF book, because that has been declined, that has declined a lot in the past 2 quarters. So how are you planning to increase it, and do you have some internal targets, and what is the interest we charge on your MTF book?
Okay. So regarding MTF, what is happening in the industry, many new players have come and they are, charging very reduced rate and paying from their own pocket. Many players who is giving, 7-8%, when there is a cost of fund is 11%, they are paying from their pocket. And yes, you are right, it has impacted to us and our book has slightly goes down. But we have done many improvements towards the same. First, we are doing some changes in our app related to the MTF section so that, customer can view and check easily. Second, we have already increased the limit to 4x. Earlier it was 2x or 1x. We have changed the limit to 4x. Third, we are, sending a digital nudges to on the basis of cohort. I mean that the customers who can avail and there are more chances to he can avail, then we are sending a digital nudges. And lastly, we have also reduced our rate from 1st November. Earlier, we used to charge based on net worth, and our average return was 19 to 20%. But now we have standardized to only a single rate, which is a 16.42 per annum. But usually we charge on a day basis, which comes around 0.045%. With all these efforts, we are confident that our book size will increase in future.
Do you have some targets for the next, let's say, 2 to 6 quarters, like by FY25 and then FY26 end?
Targets is definitely yes. We wanted to grow 2x, 3x, and we are doing all the actions towards the same. But again, I can't give the numbers, but yes, targets is there.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. Next question comes from Alia from Motilal Oswal. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I just want to know what is the current cash and F&O market share?
There's a lot of noise. What is your question?
I wanted to know what is your current cash and F&O market share?
Our market share is in between 2 to 2.5% for both cash segment as well as F&O segment.
Okay, so what are the, as compared to your previous quarter, the market share percentage is the same. So any plans or any strategies you want to apply so that you can increase the market share?
Yes, the main thing is to acquire quality customers who can contribute to our ADTO and acquire more and more customers. This is our strategy, and we are working towards the same to increase our market share.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. We have a follow-up question from Dhaval Gada from DSP. Please go ahead.
Yeah, just a couple of follow-ups. First is on the CAC. What's the run rate right now? I mean, in terms of per user, etc., how the numbers are shaping up, and any sort of benefit of the Martech implementation that was talked about a couple of quarters back. Just if you could talk a little bit around how the CAC has moved in the last 2-3 quarters. Thank you.
CAC, there is an improvement has been made in CAC. There is a 12 to 13% reduction in CAC. It is in the range of 650 to 750 as of now. And yes, that Martech and all these efforts, helps us to increase our organic acquisition. In 1.62 lakh customers which we have acquired, the mix of organic is more comparative to previous quarters. And or more organic means more FIR, which ultimately gives you a proper and healthy payback period of 6 to 7 months.
And is there any further scope of improvement, or this is very well optimized as you see it based on the target segment that you are trying to acquire?
If I go in detail and check proper mix, there is a scope, but not more than 10 to 12% as of now.
Understood. And the other bit is on the CEO search. Any sort of update or any thought process, and how is the involvement of Narayan, if there is any?
So Narayan sir is not involved in 5paisa day-to-day operations, as we already informed, and we will update all investors through our exchange filing and announcement as soon as possible.
Understood. And on the market share target, so that will be firmed up post the new CEO being finalized, or is there a plan? Earlier we used to have that 6% market share target. Any sort of thoughts on that?
Actually, every CXO is working towards the same target which given to us, and there is no change in our target strategy. Rather, we are improving every day. Yes, with the new CEO, there will be a new major changes will be done. But as of now, every target is same, and we are trying to achieve the same.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. We have a follow-up question from Shreyansh Jain from Electrum Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, sir. I think a few quarters ago, sometime back, you mentioned that your first year revenue from customers is around 75 rupees or something around that line. I can't remember exactly. But can you provide an update on how that has changed? Or what that was like? An update?
As per strategy, I can't disclose the exact number, but I can tell you that there is an increase in first year revenue because we have, moving towards the quality customer acquisition, and it is as per industry. It is not less than that, not more than that. It is as per industry. And for the industry, I guess the range for the FIR is 1300 to 1700, and we are into the same range.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please press star and 1 on your telephone keypad. We will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Thank you. There are no further questions. Now I hand over the floor to management for closing comments.
Thank you for joining us on the call today. I hope we have been able to answer all your queries. If you have any further query or need any assistance, please feel free to get in touch and mail us at ir@5paisa.com. Bye and happy Diwali to all of you.